Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more NJCAAE playoff action with the St. Clair Saints here in quarterfinals. We do have a lot of Rainbow Six Siege action coming your way here. At least one more map tonight, potentially two if the Saints are able to find one, but it is going to be Barton leading the series 1-0 in this best of three to advance on to these semifinals. And if St. Clair doesn't find this win here on Villa right here, right now, they will be sent packing here in these playoffs. So it's going to be one that is definitely looking to win, a must win, to be completely honest here for the Saints. As we do see the ban phase coming through, it is going to be Leon, going to be the first one gone.
Leon, I like that. Interesting here. First ban is going to be Lion. A little bit of a change here from the last one, but obviously we are playing on a new map here. Villa for St. Clair, I think, is pretty strong for them. Obviously, like we said, the new lineup, it is a variety of changes, and it means that a lot of it's going to be changed in this map, how they play, how they strategize around it. So agent select might be a little bit, or operator select might be a little bit different as well as the bans. So we are going to see a lot of changes actually here in the ban phase. We haven't seen any of these people banned. Oh, we saw Mira banned. No surprise there, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, we might see here. What are we gonna see here? I'm not 100%. Valkyrie, yeah, Valkyrie would be a big one probably. I'm expecting just something pretty typical, to be honest. What are we gonna see that's pretty typical? And the ban will be drum roll. Okay, Malusi. Okay, something that's we also don't see too crazy often banned, but gonna be banned here. Now in this one, as we do get underway for game number 2, the picks phase gonna be coming through here now. And talking to the team a little bit during that short little break they had in between the two maps, or sorry, in between the map and now this one, they are looking a little bit more confident here going into Villa, but still 7-1 is a drastic scoreline, so confidency can only get you so far.
Yeah, it definitely is going to come down to their mechanical skill, their strategy, and how they're going to play around it. And I think for Villa specifically, you can a little bit less strategy is needed because a lot of it is about your gunfights, right? Because you're most likely on defense going to be sitting in that bank position, and St. Clair starting on defense, you can sit in that bank, you can kind of at least 2 rounds, pretty solid for you. The other ones can be kind of sketchy, but other than that, I think they're starting on defense. They're going to feel a lot more confident here, and I think they're going to hopefully be able to take a few rounds because I think that all just started kind of snowballing from those first couple rounds that BCC took. So I think if St. Clair can claim something early on, they definitely have a lot better chance to keep themselves going and look at a game number 3 in the future.
Oh, 100% for sure. So, looking to keep themselves alive in this one as we do have the preparation phase underway. We do see all the guys just getting their setup done and through. We do see some walls going up and whatnot as well. So, I mean, to see from the Saints here, I want to see more, like, I know it's much easier said than done, but like first bloods, just early engagements coming through that really benefit the Saints, because if they can just get a good start on rounds, I think that they can, you know, maybe put something a little bit more together to go forwards here. I think that's just got to be one of their big things looking at this one.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw before Vazex was that player that had that crazy initial aggression that netted them at least a kill or two to start off rounds, and it gave them a lot better chance to force themselves on this attack. But without that person, it kind of feels like these attacks have to be super well coordinated. You need finding an opening pick with the team rather than just having a single person going in and completely fragging out. So I think very, very important that you all in on your player that is going in for that aggression, or play together, play as a team, make these rounds very, very slow, and have a well-coordinated attack, because it's so important in R6 is having good coordination, good chemistry, because it is such a demanding, coordinated team game. Oh, he's not going to find that on the window peek, though.
Oh, JMB's going to take down Urfi on the window peek, actually, but it is going to be JMB's finding another. He's going to pick up a lot better off now here in this second game from the first. So JM Beast opening this one up nicely, and he's hunting for more, making a third. JM Beast is on a roll, cannot be stopped.
He needed some revenge after that game number 1 that did not go his way. Already finding 3 kills, only had 1 in that first game, so tripling his scoreline from the last one here. And I mean, for me, I definitely think this is coming out party now for JM Beast. He's angry. He cannot be stopped here. This Maestro is going to be super effective in this defense so far. And I'm looking for an ace here from JM Beast. I definitely think it's possible.
Yeah, for sure, but it is going to be Rapid going down now to Jester, so a 4-on-2 is what we see, and then it's going to be Charge dropping as well. JMB is going to get tagged down to 1 and will drop now from a 5v2 to a 2v2. Tyler will get a trade, taking down Jester, now leaving it all up to Thugonomics with very minimal HP to work with. He is currently pinched from both of the players from St. Clair. Tyler and King are once again in a 1 versus 2.
25 HP on Thugonomics 2. Bomb is down below him, though, so they will have to go past Thugonomics to retrieve this bomb. So it is key here. Is going to blow up this wall, so he doesn't have to worry about that angle. He's going to try and find anyone sitting there. We're not going to see anyone, so will advance forward. But somehow Tyler and King have to find this. They will. Tyler finds Thugonomics, and St. Clair claim round 1. A huge round for them, especially for JM Beast. A good start and definitely looking better on this Villa.
Yeah, the boys look happy about that one, for sure. All smiles, but a fist bumps around. So it's nice to get a one to start. Like, it's nice to find the early momentum. Finding the first round is just so meaningful, even if, like, as much as people say, oh, we're only 1 round in, whatever. I mean, hey, that first round, it provides momentum, gets the ball rolling. Like you said, it really can create a snowball effect here for the Saints. And it's just one less round that you need out of the way, already done and over with.
Yeah, for sure. And we are maybe going to see a 6th pick here. Yeah, so Kinger's going to swap off to the Valkyrie from the Mozzie. Good choice there. And we didn't see a Valkyrie ban in this phase. I was really surprised. I think the Malusi, obviously, St. Clair did ban that one away because it was so effective on Coastline. But here for Villa, I definitely think it was a good choice too. Can be super effective on defense and a good ban there. But I was surprised there's no Valkyrie ban from these teams because that operator is so powerful in these maps. The fact that you get 3 cameras, you have so much intel in your blind spots, it is so helpful. And I think for me, that's going to make such a huge difference moving on in this defense. And if St. Clair can pull the same scoreline that BCC did in the first map, I definitely think they have a chance to pull this to a map 3. And that's really going to be where the game is going to be made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, they already got the same amount of rounds they got in the last game. So
True.
there's a W in your books. JM Beast is already tripling his kills, so the performance is looking a little more solid here so far in this game number 2. So that is what we do like to see. The preparation phase is going to be coming to an end as Barton does look to make their attack happen here. Now, I believe they're on the 2nd floor for this one. And so we'll see how this one goes.
So shots will be fired out into this window here. Not going to find anybody just yet. And I mean, for BCC, obviously it is just 1 round drop. It's not that big of a deal. I definitely think for me, JMB's, the fact they started off that round with 3 kills was so huge. The fact that they almost turned that one around and were able to win that despite the 2 to 5 deficit is so massive for them. But this is really going to be the round that makes a difference, right? If you can find the 2nd round and you get forced to rotate onto that next one, that is going to be so huge for you. You get that 2-round lead for St. Clair. And, I mean, for BCC, you get some momentum back if you can take this one. So I think the first pick here, they're playing a little bit safer. I'm kind of surprised. I thought St. Clair would want to be aggressive here, but this time it looks like they're going to be a little bit more reserved, try and play together and wait out this BCC squad.
I don't mind it. Like, it really gives them the ability to just tuck themselves away and wait for the side of BCC to come into them and force BCC to make these moves that maybe they don't want to make. They're looking a little more uncomfortable, potentially not able to find these first bloods and whatnot. So, yeah, don't minding this play too bad, to be honest. So we'll see how this one goes going forwards. This is going to be Urfi looking to find some early picks, but Rapid will be the one opening us up with the first blood here. Takes down Toaster, and it is going to be now St. Clair searching for another. This bomb down. No one really watching it, though.
Rapid has to be careful. He's going to peek this again. Going to find 2. Barely survives, but is able to get out. But they do retrieve that bomb, which was huge. And that means their attack can move forward with just a minute and a half left in this round.
Part of me thinks Rapid should have stuck that hold. Just keep that line of sight. Just don't even like swing it or anything. Just hold it. And not allow them to come through with that bomb pickup. But it is going to happen, and it's now going to put us into a 4-on-4 where things looking a little more rough as Rapid tagged down to 1 HP, health in favor of BCC, and they have that bomb now. I mean, hey, this is not going as well anymore. Char's going down by a grenade as well. Now playing from a player disadvantage, going to make things a problem.
And all players here full HP. Jester going to chip down a little bit, but still alive here. Rapid going to find Thugonomics, so that is huge. Evens up the tags, and with 50 seconds left on attack, he's going to have to come here very, very soon. Push going to come through here. Jester looking to try and find a way in here, but not going to push forward just yet.
Yeah, Rapid and JMB just holding down this site over here now, just trying to get it to work out. There is a few players really focusing their attention onto it, but nothing really being spotted as of yet. Rapid just trying to provide some support to JM Beast over here right now. It's not an easy task at all. It is going to be Kinger finding 2. Will get traded out, but this does provide JM Beast and Rapid a 2v1. A lot less to worry about, and Jester has been spotted and tagged. This is perfect if you are from the side of St. Clair. You have the cards in your favor. Now just use them. JMB's cleaning house. St. Clair with a 2-0 lead. They are looking solid here now in this one to start us off.
You can see the relief on their faces there in the cams. They know that that map 1 was such a struggle, and the fact that they're able to pick up 2 early on here just bolsters your confidence so much. And looking forward in the rest of this defense, obviously the next point, a lot harder to defend than those first 2, but if they can find this round, I definitely see them going a 5-1, a 6-0 on this defense and bringing us to a map number 3.
Yeah, they're really heating up for sure. Dude, how many legendary skins?
I don't know. I think he has them for everyone.
Like, dude,
everybody.
I was going to point it out last time, but I was like, okay, whatever. I've been talking about it too much anyways. But no, Rapid, once again, another new legendary skin. He's just flaunting the bank account. He's just rolling in dough. Money grows on trees for him, apparently. Just kidding. Crazy. But it is going to be St. Clair. Yeah, like you said, off to a great start in this one. Going into round 3, they're looking to pick up a 3rd. I think if you could take, once you start leading by 3+ rounds is when you really start to feel a little bit more comfortable with things. A 2-round lead, it's nice right now, but it's definitely not something that's really sustainable, so they're going to definitely look for another one here, just tack it on and try to run away with it.
Yeah, and a couple different operator picks here. We see the Legion coming through as well as the Pulse here, so a little bit of a change for St. Clair. I definitely like it here. I think Rapid, now that he swapped off the Jaeger and on the Pulse now, is going to have a lot more impact in these roams. I think Chars with these traps is going to be very effective as well. And for the other side, we are going to see a Jaeger come. I didn't even realize that they hadn't banned that one out. So we see a couple changes as well from the other side for Salty Archer and for Thugonomics. So I think for me, I'm looking at BCC, and we are going to be on lower floor now. So it is going to be an advantage there for the attackers. And I think this is going to be a very, very effective operator pick, at least for this Jaeger for this round.
Yeah, we'll see what happens
or for
here.
Jackal, that's his name, sorry.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's too many names, man.
I know. There's a lot of operators in this game.
Yeah, for sure. So with that being said, back on to a 5-on-5. Clean slate for the side of BCC to work off of here. And I think St. Clair, once again, opting for a little bit of that slower kind of play style here. They're not giving these early peaks, and I don't mind it, once again, to be honest, because I think that St. Clair is just, they don't want to be making these risks, and it's not bad. It's been working out for them well as Tyler opens up there on, look at that angle. He has a sliver to see that player through, and he finds it. You can definitely tell he's coming from CSGO.
Yeah, I couldn't even see that. I have no idea how both of those players saw each other, but at this high level, you definitely have times like that where you just see a little pixel, a little HUD. That's all you need to know there's a player there. So a really, really early advantage here for St. Clair. With still 2 minutes left in this round, they can plan out their defense a lot better here. And with this Pulse in a good rowing position, this could be huge. Rapid could find these players, and if he's able to get a pick, even with Salty Archer down to a 3rd HP, that'd be so huge. And like I said, if you can go up 3-0 early on here, and Tyler gonna find Toaster, that is so big, and this bomb is now down. They're gonna have to find their way onto this bomb here. When it's already on site, this is a disaster for BCC.
100% a disaster indeed. Tyler's still searching for more down there, already with 2 frags of his own. Rapid will be getting taken out for Thugonomics, and Thugonomics going to clean up Tyler as well. That's going to be some problems. Urfi going to go down to Kinger, now putting it to a 3-on-2. So still that player advantage in favor of St. Clair, but not what it was before, especially with JMB's dropping. That's a triple for Thugonomics. He is on a snowball effect kind of momentum roll here now. And that is going to be Salty Archer looking to find some more as well. He is tagged down. Kinger down as well, though. Now Chars, he's 0-2 right now. This is your time to turn things around. He spots the first. How can he do it? He's going to get tagged down to 1 HP. Going to be so difficult. He's forced to give up that position, and you needed to have that hold if you were Chars. Now falling off even more, flashed out. Like, what do you do?
There's nothing you can do, and right now a quad kill for Thug is going to plant that bomb. One player going to be here on the corner, going to peek this one. Chars down to 10 HP here.
Wow.
Salty Archer down to a 3rd. Thugonomics did get chipped down a little bit in that interaction, though, so he will be down quite a bit. But no, that's going to be Salty taking that one. No ace coming through, but BCC finally finding a round for themselves there. And a 5v3 scenario, somehow Thug found a quad kill. Didn't quite know how that one happened, but that was an insane round for BCC, able to come back there, and that is a huge confidence booster for them.
If you're Chars, you're just not gonna find that win there. Honestly, the post plants were too strong from BCC. They had to split, and it really made it difficult there for the side of Chars to try to get something to happen, but not gonna go. And now I think we are gonna actually see a quick pause here, so we will be sending this one, not sending it to a quick break, but sending it to us, I think, here real quick, just for a moment as these teams talk about things a little bit. But St. Clair really showing some light here now in this game number 2. They found 2 rounds. Yes, BCC does answer back, and honestly, BCC, that was a must-win round for them to really not let St. Clair start to pull away. So it is good if you are from the side of Barton, but St. Clair, I mean, hey, it's good for them too. They started off with a nice little lead. Yes, you're only leading by 1 here now, but you got another opportunity. You got a new site to go on to. I think St. Clair is looking A-okay.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, really, that was just all about Thugonomics there. And they were down. They should not have won that round in any capacity. Thugonomics, the fact that he found 4 with the SMG, absolutely massive. And it does give away for a comeback now. But realistically, I think despite the fact that they won that round, despite the fact that Thugonomics found a quad, I think for me, St. Clair definitely still has the advantage here. Their defenses look so stellar. And I know the 2 rounds that they did win, it was pretty dominating for both of those rounds. Like, it wasn't really close ones. Even this one, rightfully, should not have been a close round. Thugonomics made a huge difference there. But for Villa, their defenses looked really, really good. Maybe this is one of those maps where, you know, JMB went to the team and said, okay, what are we comfortable playing on? Maybe this was one of the maps that they said, okay, we're comfortable playing on this one. These are what we want to play around. And for them, it's looked pretty good so far.
They definitely look better on the Villa pick rather than the coastline. I don't know if it's just the defending or what it is exactly, but it's definitely looking like we are seeing an improvement here with that, Villa defending start side, all that being pieced together. JMB's coming in here, being able to find a few frags of his own, really helping out the roster. And Tyler, actually, a player that doesn't even, one day gets a message from JMB saying, hey, are you able to play for us tonight or whatnot right now? And coming from CS, and he's like, yeah, I'll come in here. And he's playing, he's keeping up with these players. This is very, very good. These are 2 teams that have really been kind of fairly known for, not known solely for R6, but 2 teams that have had always strong R6 programs. And now to see Tyler up here competing with all these players, it's something I do like to see.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's really encouraging to see these subs come in for St. Clair and do as well as they're doing, because it gives you such confidence. And if you're going to move on in this league in NJCAAE, you have to have that confidence, right? Even with these newer players that you haven't been playing with, you need to be able to work together with them. And in a game like this, you need them to step up. And because moving on, they're going to be harder and harder and harder opponents that you're going to be facing as you move on in this playoffs, right? So this is just the beginning for both of these teams. The teams that you're going to be playing on are going to get as harder as you go on. So for me, I think St. Clair definitely a good showing here, map number 2. I think a lot of that is credit to the strategy and how well they played on this defense. So they're going to have to continue that moving forward. Now that the point reset has come through, now that they're able to go back to those 2 top floor points, I think that's really, really big for them. And it's going to be really good because you saw how well orchestrated their defense was up there. And I think if they can continue that on and find this lower layer defense and bring it to a 5-1 scoreline, I think totally winnable for them. You can definitely see a map number 3 coming through.
Yeah, I think even 4-2 will do, to be completely honest. I think they have to be leading by at least 2 at half, here, in my opinion. St. Clair, you start off with a 2-0 lead. Be able to, at a minimum, translate that to a 4-2 lead at half, in my opinion. Just try to make it work out, because you need some sort of lead at half. You do not want to go into the attacking side of Villa here right now and not have some sort of an advantage, because honestly, defending side is a little bit more favored here on Villa, so you want to have that little bit of advantage in your way. So we'll see what happens with that one, but it is going to be the preparation phase slowly coming to an end as we do see BCC try to make their 4th attack here now.
Yeah, and even outside of that round, that last one, there was only 3 kills for the entirety of the side of BCC throughout those first 2 rounds. So definitely dominated here in these 2 upstairs points, I think, for St. Clair. If they can replicate their performance in those first 2 rounds here now, definitely a lot better chance to prove that one here. But we do have a slight operator change. We are going to have the Goyo coming through for Chars here, a slight change there as well. But we are going to see JMB's back on this Maestro. So effective in that first round, and we'll see if he can replicate it here again in round number 4.
Yeah, a lot of players stacked up towards outside right now for the side of Barton, all looking to make their push. Rapid going to be the first one to make contact. Actually take down to essentially not 1 HP,
still alive?
But yeah, who knows, man. He was just running through open hallways and stuff like that, corridors, and somehow still keeping his life. But it's still 5-on-5 health in favor of the side of BCC, though. So that is something that is a little bit concerning here for them. But, I mean, BCC, not a crazy amount of map control as of yet.
Yeah, and we see Thugonomics and Salty both on this Dokai beat Jackal combo. He's going to walk in through the window here. Has a couple players with him as well. They are looking to move forward through this hunting room seeing if they can find anything forward. Is going to get pinged out by the Jackal as well, so they are going to have to move on. They have the drone in front of them, but the flank is available here. If Rapid can somehow find them on the backside, this could be huge.
Yeah, we'll see what does happen in just a moment here. Time is ticking down, so about a minute and 35 seconds is what we're working with on the clock here in this round number 4. And still, the only thing that's really come to light as of yet is Rapid just getting tagged down, but we do see a couple more shots coming through here now. Nothing really developing from it as of yet. And it is now going to be Tyler, the first to drop your Salty Archer, getting the headshot on that one and cleaning up. So now, player advantage for the side of Barton to use. Can St. Clair get a trade out?
He will get the footsteps too. Ping is going to come through. They will spot out that player on the far side, but 30 meters away, pretty far distance, not able to actually make contact there. Toaster is going to look for the bomb plane here sometime soon. He's going to clear out this first initial site, but JMB is going to find the headshot there on Salty Archer. That is huge. Won't be traded out either, so 4-4 now with a minute left here.
Yeah, and it's going to be Urfy looking for one, firing off a few pop shots, but nobody going to be home to connect those. And now it's still 4-on-4. Rapid still tagged down, but hey, Urfy and Jester and Thugonomics all have been tagged down for the side of BCC. So St. Clair definitely have a little bit of a health advantage here to work with if need be, but it's a lot of UTL coming up for the side of Barton, but Rapid doesn't care. He's going to find one regardless, and Jester actually forced out of position a little bit as well as Urfy. JMB's going to pick up his second in this round, looking for another. Will be getting tagged down from Urfy, but so is Urfy. I mean, hey, this is a 4-on-2 looking good for St. Clair.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like Urfy will have to retreat off the site. Thugonomics going to find another one, and he finds 2. That SMG is deadly for St. Clair right now. Pulls it to 2 apiece. Thugonomics finding a third as well. This guy is going crazy for BCC right now. Urfy finding the headshot. BCC again stealing a round away from St. Clair, and somehow Thugonomics is finding these crazy kills. I have no clue how he's getting the SMG kills, but it is just unbelievable. These last 2 rounds, he has been going insane.
Like, it's like, okay, he plays so slow in this whole round and whatnot, right? You don't see a whole lot really come to light from him. And then, like, you see, okay, they're down in, like, a 5-on-3, 4v2, something like that. And then next thing you know, the kill feed just lights up orange with Thugonomics' name, just slaying out constantly. Barton, with Thugonomics alone, has won their 2 rounds. Without Thugonomics, this is 4-0. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to see these Thugonomics POVs because, for me, it's really crazy because you get down, the first half of these rounds is so St. Clair favored. And then you get down to 30 seconds, 25 seconds, Thugonomics finds 1, finds 2, finds 3. Both of these rounds just instantly finds 3 of them. And these SMG headshots are massive, and then these swings are crazy. So I just don't know if St. Clair answers this one back. Like, it's just, they took a timeout there, and the round started so well, it looked so good for them, and Thugonomics somehow finds these kills, and 10-2-0, 4 rounds into this game. I mean, he is just on fire right now.
I said the first bloods is what St. Clair needed to win this game, but apparently it's a little more than that. Because they've gotten first blood, I think, every round in this game. So to see a 2-2 scoreline is definitely a concern. Maybe Barton's had 1 first blood, but other than that, no. And, I mean, to have a 2-2 scoreline despite, you know, not getting first blood majority of these times as you would like to is very impressive for the side of Barton. I got to give props where it's due for that one. So we'll see what happens as we move forward. A couple cams just getting shot out, not allowing St. Clair to gather as any intel. Let's see what happens from it. But, I mean, St. Clair, you're in a position now where you're in another situation where it's like, okay, guys, this is another pretty big round. Like I was saying, personally, I think it's only a success if they go 4-2 or better.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I definitely think this could be 4-0 right now. Thugonomics being the difference maker here. And for St. Clair, you need to shut him down early. It seems like late in these rounds, he really turns on the Jets. That's where he becomes super effective. But if you can find him early in these rounds, if you can find him with the roam, it would be so massive because the rest of BCC right now, all in a negative scoreline, except for Salty Archer at 3-3, who has just been cleaning up what Thugonomics leaves him. Everyone else has just not been performing very well in these rounds. So for St. Clair, you need to find Thugonomics, you need to get that kill, and if you are able to convert that, that is so huge because for the rest of BCC, it just hasn't really been looking too good on Villa so far.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens. Rapid getting peppered down a little bit. He's been having a lot of early engagements here lately, coming through with you know, a couple picks every now and then, some damage, but sometimes he's been punished for it as well. So we do see what happens here momentarily as we do see the side of Barton starting to make their push, starting to make their advance here now into St. Clair territory. We'll see how this one goes, though, in just a moment.
Minute 36 remaining on the clock here. Lots of time for these two teams to determine where they want to go. Rapid down a little bit, but not too badly. Ooh, he's going to get shut down, but he's going to trade for 2. JM Beast finding one as well there. And now a 5v3 scenario in St. Clair. You need to convert this into a round win. Thugonomics did get taken out there, which is massive. He has been the linchpin here so far for BCC, and for me, I definitely think it is going to be very impactful that he is taken down here. Flash is going to come through, going to be shut down here. Going to find nobody there in the room, so they will back off. And you see so much hesitation. JMB's going to be found, though. Salty Archer going to get this first pick. A minute still. Lots of time here for the attackers.
Yeah, and already losing one of those 2 players on your player advantage concerns me, and Tyler dropping as well, going to make the situation go from bad to worse for the Saints, especially with Salty Archer getting this plant through as well. Rapid, though, on the cleanup, not allowing that to happen. Urfi is tagged down, though, so that is nice to see as well, and Urfi actually will be getting cleaned up. Jester is all that's left here now on site. Trying to get something to happen, 35 seconds to go, and honestly, this is going to be a near impossible 1v3 to win. This is looking very, very good from St. Clair.
Jester has no choice but to hold this angle. He knows that there's a player on the right here. They know this is where his teammate got shot out from, so he has to wait this out, but I mean, Rapid can literally just sit here until the end of the round, wait until there's 5 seconds left. He has to go for the plant and then take him out. So this really is just an over round here. Oh, nice shot by Jester. Going to find him, but again, Rapid just holding his nerve, waiting for this bomb plant to go down here in just a second. Going to find the second player. Jester not going to be able to get down. Oh, Rapid going to find him, and patience from Rapid paid off so well in that round.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely did pay dividends there for that one. It's going to be St. Clair now once again regaining a lead, now up by 1. As we do head in their final round of half here between St. Clair and Barton now. And a big one for St. Clair, honestly. Like I said, I'm going to be a little bit upsetty spaghetti if it's a 3-3 game here at half.
Upsetty spaghetti.
I will be. And you know what? Now talking about food's going to make me nice and hungry again. So we're going to move away from that topic. But St. Clair, yeah, they're going to want in a 4th one here desperately, in my eyes. Attacking, going to be more of a difficulty for them. So to have a 2-round cushion to work off of is going to be something that is a must, to be honest.
I feel like every time we cast, you're always just super hungry. As soon as we start talking about food, it just pops up. We said ramen the other day, and you're just like the entire time thinking about ramen. But
no, I was thinking about burritos that day.
Oh, true. Yeah,
and I got my burrito that day, in case anybody is wondering. But yeah, so now with this one, it is Barton trying to even up the scoreline at half, but that's the best they can get. The best they can get is a 3-3 half at this point in time. So St. Clair going to have the cards in their favor as of now, but we'll see how this one goes. Because if this is a 3-3 half, I'm saying Barton runs away with it. If St. Clair wins this half 4-2, like honestly, whoever wins this round wins the game. I'm saying that right now.
I see it. Okay. I definitely see the momentum in their favor. I don't know if they're going to win this one out, but for me, I think the key in the last round was Thugonomics got taken out early, wasn't able to go for that crazy clutch scenario at the end there, and it was key for that win. So for me, I definitely think St. Clair, if they can pull away with this round, it gives them a huge advantage in the attack phase, because that's where they struggled so heavily in Coastline. So on Villa, I definitely think attacking is a lot easier. Coastline, definitely a defensive favored map, but Villa definitely can be attacker favored playing it correctly. And for me, again, it is this thing where you need to find Thugonomics. You get taken out early. He's the only one doing a significant portion here for the side of BCC. So, I mean, Salty Archer at 5-4 is doing pretty decently for himself too, but I definitely think Thugonomics here, the only reason why this is a 3-2 game right now, it should be 5-0. It should be 5-0.
5-0/4-1 even, to be honest. 4-1 giving, like, counting in mistakes do happen and whatnot, right?
Yep.
4-1, but yeah, 3-2 is not something we should be seeing right now. I'm going to completely agree with you on that one. So Barton, they are honestly got to be happy to have 2 at this point in time if you're Barton, to be completely honest here. So we'll see if they can find a 3rd here in this one. Still over 2 minutes remaining, so lots of time to work with. We're still very early into this round. They're still trying to find some early control over the map. Not a whole lot of it yet. Thugonomics is just trying to find someone across, but St. Clair, they're doing what I really like what they're doing. Not moving too much, playing their desired positions. They have this setup built in place for a reason. So they have to adjust accordingly if need be, but as of right now, things are looking pretty locked down.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see a lot of attack in the last round from the side of Barton because they won so many defensive rounds. They didn't need to win that many attack rounds, but watching them so far, it's been very, very good how they're using their drones. They're using their drones very, very defensively. They're slow playing it. They're following the drones that they have. They're using them so well, and you see they gather so much intel with these drones before they even walk forward. You see this drone is just leading them through. As soon as they get shot out, they wait, and then they throw up another drone to try and find them some room. So for me, just such effective drone usage here from BCC, and it's net them so much success in these attacking rounds. In the few rounds that they've gotten, it's because they know where these players are, and yes, it is an odd man push, but it's an odd man push with information. So it makes it so much easier to convert these clutch plays. And I mean, a minute remaining here, nobody's gone down, nobody's even been shot out yet. So time is crunched here now for the attackers, trying to find a way through. Toaster going to find the first kill on Tyler, though. That is massive.
Yeah, that's a massive kill, and the rest of this round's going to be a mess. I'm going to say that right here, right now, and this is the start of it. Good night, nice and flash down, but he will recover and still look for his frag. A little bit of a crossbow of his there, and it is going to be Jam Beast getting peppered down ever so slightly, and it is Jam Beast finding a frag there, takes down Toaster. Will we see a trade? Yes, we do. Kinger going to find another there, takes down Archer. Now a 4-on-3. Kinger will be getting traded out to leave us in a 3-on-3. Rapid, though, will be taking down Thugonomics, Jester, and Urfi. All up, though, them to make the plays happen. We see an engagement come through, but JM Beast once again on the successful side of it. Urfi, 1 versus 3, finds the first, can't find the second charge, shoots them down. That's a 4-2 lead at half for your St. Clair Saints.
That is massive, and we see this game, JM Beast looking way more on form in this one than he was in that Coastline. Struggled so heavily in that one, and we're going to see here on the defense, he has turned it up. The IGL for this Rainbow Six team has finally turned it up here in this game, and that is so huge for them, because if your IGL is doing well, I think it boosts morale of the team so much. And this guy has legendary skins for everything.
I know,
Rapid, like, every single skin in the game, it is insane. But
he's just flexing. He's changing his character so much because he just he wants to flex. He's hearing us on stream talk about it over and over, and he's really showing it here now. But yeah, St. Clair leading here now by 2, and it is going to be a big lead at half, to be completely honest. Now only needing 3 more to close out, where Barton needs 5. Going to make a big difference in this one.
I like that. Our production gave us a nice joke. Dan told us that he has all these skins, but not a webcam. Unbelievable. So here we are, though, round 7. St. Clair going to be on attack. And, I mean, for me, Thugonomics at 11-4, he had a couple really good rounds, but has struggled a bit in these last few. So I definitely think had a couple pop-offs, but just hasn't been able to keep that consistency going so far. But their defense looked so good on Coastline. And for me, I need St. Clair to find an early attacking round here, at least get them to within 1 round of bringing it to at least an overtime. I think that's going to be so key, because if you give yourself the confidence of, okay, we can make a few mistakes, that is going to be so much more relief than, okay, we need to find at least one of these top rounds, because that is going to be key, right? Like we talked about, usually, typically on R6, those first 2 attacking rounds are going to be defense favored, because you're on the 2nd floor on a lot of these maps. That 3rd one is so key, because that's where the attackers can be a little bit more favored, because you have a lot more intel you can gather with your drones, and you don't have to be climbing up and down. It gives you more flank angles for attackers, etc. So I think for me, if St. Clair can find one of these upper floor sites, it's going to be so massive for this game moving forward.
And it's only 1. I agree with you completely on that one. It's not like they need to do like several, right? They need to find one on one of the upper floors and then win both the lower floors. That's all they need to do here to close this one out. They should have 2 lower floors that should be getting seen here, and then we'll probably have the 1 upper floor that we do have to see them win, like you were talking about. So we'll see if that happens. If Barton opens up with a round win here, I think that is massive for them, just bringing themselves right back into this one. Only having St. Clair out of 1-point lead is definitely crucial here for them. So we'll see if that one happens here in just a sec. But the first engagement going to come through. That's going to be JM Beast peppering down a little bit, and he's going to try to find some shots, but nothing really going to go for him.
Unfortunately, not able to get that down. Does get chipped down to about 2/3 HP. Still pretty healthy, though. Definitely not something they can't recover from. King are going to be chipped down ever so slightly as well, but does mean they get first initial engagement here. King are looking for someone down hallway, but doesn't spot anyone just yet. And St. Clair taking this one fairly slow. A lot of time left, still a minute and a half, but they are going to have to start moving here sometime soon.
Yeah, completely agreed. 90 seconds on the clock, and it definitely is ticking. Honestly, JMB's in a great spot, but will get turned and burned. Toaster, what a flick. That's a nice headshot taken down. JM Beast providing a player advantage for BCC. Going forwards in the remainder of this round, it's going to be all up to Rapid, Tyler, Kinger, and Chars here to put up the fight for St. Clair. And Thugonomics is on the move. 11-4. This man has been a beast all night long.
But someone has an angle on him here. If he pops up these stairs, Someone was holding it. I don't know. Tyler might have. I think it's might have been Rapid that backed off there, but Thugonomics can decide to walk back down those stairs, and they know he's there. The problem is, again, you have this flanker coming in from the first floor, so you have to always be aware of your positioning. When you try and go through that back room in the corner, you have to know there's someone coming from stairs, that it could be coming for you. So it looks like shots can come through here. Not going to make contact, though. 40 seconds left. St. Clair going to have to push soon.
There is no reason for BCC to peek. Their hold is looking solid right now, and St. Clair can't really infiltrate it. It is going to be Salty Archer finding the first. There's another Grim takes down Rapid, and that's going to just be the cookie crumbling from there on out, all up to Kinger and Char. Shake and bake, baby. Hey, that's what they wanted me to say. They were like, hey, if we're in a 2-on-5, 2-on-4, say shake and bake. So there you go. I hope they're happy, but they get flawless in the process of me saying that. So it is going to be Barton now only down by a round. So, I mean, ugh, that's a little scary. Yeah. That's look from a good situation at halftime for St. Clair to one where it's like, okay, only leading by 1, still feeling pretty good, but it's a little bit not, you know, what it was.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for me too, we were talking earlier about the fact that you don't have that initiator. It makes the shotgunner that much more effective because you don't have that first person pushing through, you get that initial pick. You have to crunch your time into these last 45 seconds, 30 seconds, and that's when the shotgunner becomes so effective because you know people are going to have to push through these doorways. They can't blow up on walls. It's not going to be as coordinated, right? So you have these people lining up, and you saw triple kill there for Salty Archer because he was on the shotgun holding a doorway, and with only 30 seconds left, you have to push into sight to get that bomb down, and you don't really have a choice other than to walk in through this doorway, and Salty Archer just ready for you with that shotgun.
Hey man, we said it earlier in map number 1 there, the shotgun is something that is a different breed in R6 and then compared to every other FPS title that we do cover over here at Safe Gaming. And I mean, it's just been coming to use so well for the side of BCC throughout this whole series, right? Just constantly going to be punishing the side of St. Clair. Thugonomics currently 11-4. He's having a phenomenal game. And Salty Archer, someone that we haven't touched on as much as Thugonomics, has definitely been making an impact in this one. And especially with that defensive side. Gets the 3, like you said, and that's going to honestly, not single-handedly win BCC the round, but it's going to be a strong puzzle piece to them closing that one out. So that being said, it's going to be St. Clair now looking to turn things around as we do change sites. But with Barton, only 1 round down is going to be definitely a problem.
A lot of operator changes here, too. We see J&B still staying on the days, but for everyone else, we see Tyler on the Nomad, Rapid on the Jackal, for himself, Stinger with Iana, and a Sledge here for Chars. So slight changes in the lineup there, and we see on the other side just going to be one change there. I think it was just the smoke for Toaster. So, I mean, Salty for me with the shotgun has just been so effective in both these games. He's 8-5 now. Has just kind of taken over the defensive side for both of these maps, and they're going to have to try and find a way through and be effective here. And we see there's so much hesitancy from St. Clair going in here. They're not having someone run through the front door, blast open one of these windows, and start running through the hallways. It's just very calculated, very slow. And I mean, you do have the Jackals. You have that advantage of trying to find these footsteps, scan them out, get a ping, trying to find someone ahead of where they actually are. But he's not going to find any value on it so far.
Yeah, so Rapid definitely starting to make his way in. Tyler on a decent drone. He's got a lot of intel through that hallway there. That shield is definitely going to provide BCC a good bit of coverage in their gunfights going forwards, as you do see on Tyler's cam there. So we're going to see if they are going to be able to make a push down and through there. They do have them pinged out as well. Knowing where those shields are is definitely going to be an asset for St. Clair to work with. Still a 5-on-5 times ticking down. We have about minute 35 remaining on the clock here, and we're still full health, full players alive. I mean, hey, nothing's really happened as of yet. Yeah, no one really wanting to push in quite yet. Ace is going to throw his gadget down, but will be taken out here. So, for the time being, nothing really happening here. Your Rapid going to be down to half HP now, though, after that grenade came through. But they will have an avenue on the site, and we'll see if they take advantage of it. For sure. And, you know, Rapid, I think he's got to be used to playing weak at this point. He's been like, well, getting tagged down to like 1 HP, a third of his HP, all series long, and will still somehow come around and find, you know, 2-3 kills somehow, despite being tagged down or whatnot. So Rapid, yeah, definitely looking around all those footsteps that are located there, and that's a good bit of util coming through. Can Rapid find one off of it? This player is in the open there, doesn't actually spot anything out, so Rapid looking pretty vulnerable. He's not going to see anything. Yeah, the player does not want to peek. He knows that is open, so he knows he can't really peek that corner. He's going to have to play pretty safe. Going to make sure that when he's peeking it, he is going to be safe peeking it, so he will just wait it out here. And with only 30 seconds left, St. Clair going to have to push in, though, but Rapid and Kinger with less than 50 feet, Kinger going to get knocked down
as well. So definitely a disadvantage here. And again, Salty Archer Shotgun could come in huge here.
Yeah, I don't know if Kinger's in a position for a res, but it looks like Jam Beast will drop there now to Jester, and that is rapid fall, and shortly after Kinger will go up from a res, but Char's going to go down, Tyler going to go down, he's going to find one, Kinger will get cleaned up as the last. That's going to be a 4-4 scoreline here now. I'm anticipating St. Clair to take the next round, but I think Barton might take the 2 after that, which is the big problem.
Yeah, and I think for me, this is very reminiscent of 2020 R6, where you saw a lot of these teams, they would wait for that 45, 30-second mark, and that's when the attackers would just collapse in on point and just be mayhem. And really, it was just who is better mechanically, because it's just about those last crazy second team fights where you're just trading insanely. And I feel like a lot of times here for St. Clair, the defense is so good for BCC that the trades just aren't going their way, and they're collapsing on site and they can't really find anything to go for them. So I think for me, again, they need to find that one person that wants to initiate in, that wants to try and find these first couple picks. But 6th pick is going to be a Cavi here for Thugonomics, fragging out early on in this game. Hasn't really found his groove in the last couple of rounds, but if this Caviera finds a kill, it could totally change this this defensive round for BCC.
Everything makes me think about food. Some caviar.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't be too bad.
You need to get some food in your stomach for these casts, man.
I eat a
Holy
bagel
smokes.
before every cast, and it just doesn't
It's not
help,
enough.
right?
You need
It's
something
not
else.
enough.
You gotta put some cream cheese on it or something.
I
Maybe
do. The herb and garlic. What else? What you know about it?
Now I'm hungry, man. Come on. Why are you gonna do that to me?
Anyways, 4-4 is the scoreline we look at right now. Round 9 about to come underway. It's BCC, 2 unanswered here for them, and they're looking for a third as well. St. Clair trying to find that momentum they had early on in this game, so we'll see what happens here going forwards. The preparation phase has ended, and the action phase has now begun. 3 minutes on the clock. What can they do with it? Are they going to wait till the last second again? Are they going to go a little bit more aggressive on this round? We'll find out in just a minute.
And it is the attacker's advantage point. It is going to be on first floor. So that is the small advantage they have here. But if somehow BCC finds this round, it is going to be over for them, essentially. This is a must-win round. And for me, I definitely think it's doable here. Not a lot of roaming, actually. They have taken a lot of their positions here on the actual first floor for the side of BCC. So for St. Clair, if you can find these players in the initial engage, it is going to be so huge. Because with everyone else on the first floor, you get that collapse coming in here. You have all your players invested on the same floor as the defenders, so I think it could be very doable for them, but no early picks coming through just yet.
You know what, John? I really hope these drones are waterproof, because Tyler just put his in a bathtub. But that is going to be Tyler and Chars both dropping here now, so a tough start to this round if you are St. Clair. And a must-win round that we were saying just a moment ago is now looking heavily in favor of Barton, which is looking like a heavy concern for St. Clair in this one. It is going to be all up to Kinger, Rapid, and Jam Beast to turn things around. The 3 vets does provide a little bit of hope here now, keeping them alive and potentially looking to find this turnaround. But it's not going to be easy. You know, 3v5's never going to be easy.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough one here. And Thug going to get chipped out a bit, but is going to survive here. Going to try and find someone here. 14-4 scoreline. Just popping off in this game, number 2. And right when they needed him to, right? Those first 2 rounds just detrimental. And then he found those 2 for BCC on the attack. And I mean, he slowed down since then. Only has, I think, 3 kills in the last couple rounds. But still, very effective start. And the reason that it is tied up at 4-4 here. And with 3 people left, St. Clair, I just don't see their plan of attack. Kinger is going to find Thug. That is their first plan of attack, is just find these picks on the roamers. But with only a minute to spare, you really got to find a good avenue for attack here, because it's looking very difficult for them.
For sure. It all starts with finding that initial pick. Taking down the 14-4 Thugonomics is definitely going to be a massive that. Kinger looking for a little bit more entry here now. He will not spot anybody, but he does get a decent bit of map control. Now, if he peeks this doorway to his left, he's going to have a kill. So really hoping that he does. And for himself, and he does find that one. He finds a second as well, from a 3-on-5 to a 3-on-2 now to a 2-on-2 as JM Beast has fallen. Rapid and Kinger to make something happen. Toaster gonna pepper some shots into Rapid, but it's not enough. Still a 2 versus 2, but the positioning from BCC looks very solid right now. Gonna be a difficult attack from St. Clair. They actually are making their way away from this A site, now a little bit more towards this B site, trying to get something to work over there, or just trying to provide a different kind of point of attack. Salty Archer still on another floor. Him pointing that one out, but they only have a few seconds. They have to get that diffuser, and there's no time. They have to go for the kill. They're going to rush through. First one down, but the kill's there for Kinger, and an ace. That is going to be a round for St. Clair, and a big one at that. That is now going to be a 5-5 game, or is that 5-4 for St. Clair? Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks so good for BCC, but Kinger on the ace to turn it from a 3-on-5 to a round win.
That was absolutely massive. Kinger somehow finding the ace there, a beautiful flank angle to pick up those 2 kills. And then, I mean, a really good orchestrated trade there. Obviously, you are going to end up getting at least 1 person down there, but you realize the fact, if you send 2 people into that room where you spotted out that player earlier, you are going to get that trade kill. And the fact that the first one crouched down, which meant the reticle was going to be down halfway on the ground, and the fact that Kinger was up and was getting that, wasn't able to get that headshot through, meant that Toaster went down and the ace came through. So just a massive round for them. 5-4 scoreline now. And for St. Clair, that is what you need, right? You saw what happened when Thugonomics went huge in round 3. And now that an ace comes through for Kinger, that is so big for them.
When they were in that 2v2, BCC should have had that round locked up, if I'm going to be completely honest. They had 1 player on site, and they had 1 player watching where the bomb was down. St. Clair somehow managed to travel as a pack and rip through both of those players. They find the first one there, and they get that bomb. Honestly, they had no time to plant that bomb. Like, they had to go onto site. They had to rush in there, and they had to go for the kill. The planting was literally not an option at that point. So they go in there, they rush into site. The trade comes through. If Kinger doesn't find that kill right then, right there, that's a round in favor of BCC. So high stance around, but St. Clair will find it in the must-win case scenario. Like we said, it didn't look good early, but they aren't going to be able to turn around. You can't rely on things like that, though, every round. An ace is not something that will consistently work.
Yeah, for sure. That is so massive. And that's really what St. Clair needed, right? You really needed someone to step up. And Kinger was, he was at 9 kills now. So he's
at 4 and 7.
Yeah, he was at 4 and 7. So, I mean, finding 5 kills is so big for him, and such a confidence booster for the rest of St. Clair. And looking forward in this, you are going to have 2 tough challenges here. You are going to be on these 2 top floor rounds. You are really going to have to force yourself to try and win one of these rounds, because if you do end up taking that bottom round floor, it is still going to be a tie game. So if they want to try and win this in regulation time, they have to try and find at least one of these top floor rounds, which has proven very difficult for not just them, but for both of these teams.
For sure. And honestly, that's what's going to be a big concern. This footprint is definitely going to be an assistance there. It will get the Liaison actually spotted out there. And
Lesion.
Put a G in there. English is the worst language, man. Like, who created this language even? Let me just rewrite the dictionary real quick. Well, that is going to be...
I don't know about that one. I like the English language. I don't know what talking about that. You just need some grammar lessons. That's all you need, buddy. It's okay.
Pats me on the back while doing that. But 5v5, sorry. Now a 5 versus 4 as Charles finds the opening pick. Thugonomics. He's been having a little bit tougher of a time on the defending side of things rather than the offense. And him going down early is massive for St. Clair going forwards in this one. Just taking a top fragger out is always going to be nice to have going forwards in attacking rounds. So St. Clair really looking to force a game 3. And Kinger finding that pick is definitely going to be a step in the right direction, as St. Clair should have all the cards in their favor on the attack here now.
We've seen a lot of these rounds, and never mind, it's going to be a 5v1 just as I'm saying that. He will swing in. Jester will get a free kill here. Oh no! Somehow JMB's got that flick. Absolutely unbelievably found that. That was just absurd, and that is exactly what you want from IGL. And St. Clair pull out the flawless round on attack. We said they needed 1 round, and they do it flawlessly.
That was a pretty costly free pick there, John.
True, very true.
From a free pick to a not so free pick.
To a flawless round. It is, oh my goodness. That is an insane. And, you know, we've seen a 1-8 on that first map, right? Like, he was down in the dumps. JMBeast was just not having a good time there. And we see now him on this map just turning up. We saw him at the beginning of the game with those first 2 rounds was, I think, like 5-1 or 5-2 or something. And now we see him there with a nice shot. And I mean, all credit to St. Clair. They were not looking good midway through this game, but the last 2 rounds, they really turned it up. An ace from Kinger and a flawless round on attack when they should not have been favored. And I mean, now looking at a 6-4 scoreline, definitely going to be a lot closer than we thought.
Oh, completely agreed with you on that one here now, John. And honestly, taking a sit back and looking at this one now, BCC forced to win 2 in a row. is definitely going to be, and that's just to force an OT. Like, St. Clair's guaranteed themselves a minimum of OT. They're not going to have the opportunity to lose in regulation anymore, so that is a very good news if you are from the side of St. Clair. And, I mean, I think one of these 2 points has to be on the first floor, or...
Yeah, the second one will have to be on the first floor.
That's good news. You're St. Clair. Honestly, I got St. Clair closing this one out and going to Game 3 here now. I think that St. Clair is going to torch my prediction to the ground.
Yeah, we're going to go to map 3. I did predict map 3, and it was 2-1 St. Clair, so they've definitely proven on Villa, at least, that they are a contender here to go to the semifinals. I think after a 7-1 scoreline on Coastline, it was definitely not looking good for them, but they found their groove here in map number 2, and hopefully they can transfer it into map number 3 if they can end up winning this one. But BCC with 2 chances to try and tie this one, and I mean, for me, or St. Clair 2 chances to win this one before they end up going to that OT. I definitely think they can do it here. Again, a little bit of a change up in the operators here. We are going to see the Finca for Tyler, and last round it was so effective for them. I think looking at this one, I like the non-aggression here. I definitely think that you take this slow and you end up playing very calculated, because for me right now, I think just so much aggression here on this defense from the side of BCC has cost them in these last 2 rounds.
I agree. St. Clair played a much more passive defensive side here on this Villa map. So with BCC getting a little bit too aggressive on these rounds, I completely agree, is costing them a little bit here now. Thugonomics losing his life in the first half a minute shouldn't be happening if you are from the side of Barton. So some mistakes are looking to get fixed, and that's exactly that. Rapid going down early to Thugonomics. He's going to find his 15th in this one, and that's going to be just what BCC needs to get a start going here now. Thugonomics looking for more. Oh my goodness. He's going to get some tags on JMBs, but he's going to get peppered down himself, so will ultimately fall off. But I mean, that just provides so much pressure to St. Clair. Even though he didn't clean up JMBs, it just provides mayhem, like confusion. Just really makes things more difficult for St. Clair to work with. Now, Kinger finding Thugonomics, going to be a big one there to even up the numbers.
Yeah, and he doesn't take any damage for it either, which is massive. The fact they're able to trade that one on, JMB's going to find Salty Archer, give St. Clair an advantage, and that is absolutely massive here. JMB's shot down pretty low, though. Is going to have to be careful how he plays the rest of this round out, but with an advantage here, definitely going to be looking pretty good here. 12-7 for JMB's. He's been doing so well in Villa here, and looking forward to map number 3 sometime soon if St. Clair can pull this one off.
There's so many players on this A site right now. Right on the other side of Tyler and JMB's. That util could be big. We'll see what comes from it. Here we go. The window is there. It's going to provide a lot of pressure onto the side of BCC, but a pick is through. Toaster tagged down to 1 HP at this point right now. And it's all up to the side of St. Clair to try to find these entry frags. Toaster still somehow holding on. Urfi takes down JMB's. Now a 3-on-3. Jester is going to be getting knocked, so that is a problem. But BCC is still finding a couple of these frags and shots. Chars and Tyler both one-tap. Chars and Kinger, though, going to find frags. They know where the last one is. Kinger's got him pinched. Chars is knocked, and Kinger with the cleanup. Your Saints will take game 2, and we're going to see a map number 3, essentially a best of 1 now to go to semifinals and NJCAAE playoffs.
That is absolutely massive, and a great turnaround from what we saw in Coastline. I said 7-1 was not dictated of how the game was. It was a lot, and even on this map, I definitely think both teams had their chances to take rounds that they just weren't able to do, and the mayhem in some of these rounds, it just caused so much confusion, and these crazy clutches at the last, like these 1v2, 1v3, 1v4 scenarios that people are pulling off is just crazy. And I think looking at map number 3, I think anyone could win this game. I think there's been times where every player has stepped up and made a difference in these rounds. And I love seeing this from these teams because it shows their resilience. It shows how much they work together. And for me, you know, moving into map number 3, the fact that St. Clair is able to get here is so massive, because you're saying after map number 1, it's 7-1, and it's not looking good for them. And then you went in there and you talked to them and said, yes, they are down 7-1, they are down a map, but their confidence was there. The fact that they're able to get together and play together and be happy playing together, you saw their faces after those rounds that they won. It was just so much more confidence. And for me, I definitely think map number 3 could be anyone's game. This is going to be great.
Yeah, game number 3. 50-50. Completely agree. It's like flipping a coin at this point, to be honest. Anybody's going to take this one. We've seen two really good maps from each, one really good map from each side that has been executed well. BCC looking a little more consistent than St. Clair, but St. Clair looks like they might have a little bit higher of a ceiling So I'm
like
a
it.
little anticipated to see what's going to happen here going forwards. All the marbles on the line here to get a top 4 spot in this league. Ubisoft points are being awarded to the top placements here, which is the main reason that these guys are in the league, right? So Ubisoft points to enter for like the main R6 Collegiate League and whatnot. So a lot on the line here in this one between these two teams. Both are looking for it. They've played earlier in the season. They're playing again, and it always makes up for a good game. So we'll see who takes this one in just a moment, but I believe we're going to send this one to a quick little break. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.